Hello.
Hi.
So we are. Have you got the iPad? To double check?
No, I don't.
Oh my god.
We
2
do
seconds.
have an iPad.
We
so
have an
can
iPad
talk
just to
you.
make sure that we can.
Yeah, because we're discussing social media, so we need another.
Hello.
tool.
So welcome to our Facebook Live. Today we are talking about the positive side of social media.
Because there is so much.
Exactly, and I think that basically I said on my Instagram stories, but I think you'd agree, really, that social media has received such a bad rep over the last kind of couple of months.
Yeah.
A lot of people are very quick to tear each other down, and there's a lot of negativity going on. And I know I've had this conversation with lots of people that I talk to, that they feel like social media has become a little bit negative and there's been a negative vibe.
And of course there's a good reason for some things being brought to light, but we just thought we would really focus on things that we love about it.
Exactly.
And things you can get from it.
Exactly. I think it's really, really important that we use social media for what it's, for good things, and we kind of we are aware of what it's not necessarily as good for, but we don't.
That kind of brings us on to our first point about it, really, which is
friendship. Oh my gosh, I forgot what we were going to say then. I was like, what's she saying?
What is the first point?
So, first point is friendship. I mean, from a personal point of view, I have met so many people through social media that I wouldn't have even come into contact with had it not been for social media.
No.
And I think it's such a nice way. Like, Rhea and I would not have met had it not been for social media.
Some of our closest friends, I mean, the thing is, they're like-minded people, so we really connected because we've got a performance background and we love food and healthy living and fitness, and we can help each other. So I get things from Alice and she gets things from me, and it's such a nice relationship you can have with friends that when you've got give and take,
Exactly, and I think it's really nice to sometimes reach out to people. Like, don't be afraid to, so many times I hear about, especially with my background being as a personal trainer, people saying that they don't have someone to train with, that, I think a great way of finding motivation is to train with a friend. And some people say, I don't have anyone. It's always great to, obviously be careful, but to reach out to other people on social media and kind of engage and meet up with other people. There's so many things now that happen, like meetups and events and networking events and things like that, where you can meet people
that get it. Because I think you find in your workplace, so back in the day, I mean, I'm not going to say my age, but when there was no Instagram or Twitter or all these social media platforms, you would just hang out with people that you go to work with, or you'd go after work to the local pub or something, and you'd hang out. And for me, it was always hard because I was never into that kind of thing. I was never a big drinker, and now there's a nice scene of people that are into the same things, and you want to try the new places and go to places together, and you're just kind of in sync.
Yeah, I think it's really nice to find a community. And from my own journey, I lived in a flat when I was at university with some amazing people, my best friends, but they weren't necessarily when I started to get into fitness and health, they weren't really that bothered.
They'd be in bed when you were going to the gym.
I absolutely love, I'm going to give a shout out to my best friend, Emily Potter, but I would come into the kitchen and she'd be chowing down on a block of cheese. So
I love a block of cheese.
So as much as I love her to pieces, it would be nice. It was really nice to find a platform in which I could engage with people that were doing a similar thing to me at the start of my journey and who were on a similar journey to me, and that really helped me. It helped me to maintain motivation. It helped me to develop a sort of sense of community around me, so that I didn't feel that I was on my own doing it, and it felt like I was constantly engaging with people and sharing. I think this is something that I've had a conversation with a lot of people about. I was speaking to Zana recently about this, that when we first started blogging or Instagramming or whatever you want to call it, 2 years ago, over 2 years ago now, like almost 3 years ago, I used to actively comment positively on so many posts. I used to write, oh my God, you look amazing. I used to comment about people's food. And I think we've lost that now a little bit. And I think so many people I know now, they just have lost the art of giving compliments and being nice to people.
Because friendship is two ways. So one thing you'll find is if you've got a friend and it's always this one way, you're not getting anything back. You've got to really isolate that and think about it. So that's, I think, what you're trying to say as well, is that you've got to support each other, and that's the beauty of it.
We need to stop this tearing everyone down and instead
searching for negativity.
Yeah, and instead try and look for positivity and look for positive reasons of how maybe you could work together. Rhea and I have exactly done that. She is such a positive and wonderful person, and we both saw the need to come together and join forces, and you know, it's
we learn
been
so much
amazing.
from each other.
Exactly.
And Alice inspires me with my fit. I was saying this morning, I was stuck in the gym. I was like, 'cause normally I just kind of stretch, and I was looking on Alice's Instagram feed. I know she's my friend, but even I use her Instagram feed and look at the little workouts, and I'll give Alice nutrition tips. We kind of just work together.
Absolutely. No, I asked Reese so many questions about nutrition.
So friendship is number one.
Exactly. Number two, do you want to say it?
Yes, number two we have, okay, so I'm very passionate about this. Social media is a platform to gain advice and free advice. Let's just check it out
advice.
My clinic in Harley Street isn't exactly the most affordable place for all in the world, and that's just the nature of the game.
And a session with me, whilst it's not ridiculously expensive, it costs money. Social media is a platform for free sharing, so free advice, free information.
You can drop people a message that you'd never dream of, and you never know. I know we're all very busy, but people can get back to you. I try and get back to everyone, as does Alice. It's just the way it rolls. But I do have to do the little kind of
we're just going to say here, disclaimer.
Big disclaimer. Be careful and check qualifications of who you trust and ask for advice. So don't come for me as a nutritionist for advice on your sports injury, because I won't know. Do come for me for nutritional advice. Please do, over people that aren't qualified. Alice would not want you to probably ask her questions about heart health, whereas any sports related question, this girl is your girl to ask.
So I think, you know, we're saying take it with a pinch of salt. Of course, there is going to be a lot of misinformation out there and a lot of stuff that isn't factually correct, but there are some really, really good people out there. We're going to mention some at the end.
People pretend to be sometimes they're not.
We're gonna list some people at the end that we really, really do like, but there are some amazing people out there sharing some amazing stuff, and it is a platform to gain access to free advice and free information so that we can better ourselves and become more educated and hopefully more rounded as a person. So I think, you know, as long as you know the right people and you're able to distinguish between, you know, fact and fiction and see the more fraudulent sort of people, then I would definitely say it's an amazing platform to get free advice from.
Especially if you're looking for research. So if any of you are studying out there, I actually find Twitter is a really good platform for health professionals. I mean, a lot of my lecturers at university, they don't tend to be on Instagram, they're all on Twitter. So if that applies to any of you out there, check Twitter for research papers.
Definitely.
Little tip.
Number three, we have put the sense of community, and I think this is kind of moving on from friendship a little bit, but we feel as though there is such an amazing community of people out there that are just wanting to engage and to share ideas and similar and their journeys and their stories, and I think it's an amazing thing. You know, gone are the days when you'd trot down to your local Weight Watchers and you'd be in a room of like kind of 10 other women. That's, you know, I've used Weight Watchers as a bad example, but you know, there is now this platform of people that are just worldwide, and you can engage with someone in Australia, for God's sakes. I think it's incredible, and that sense of community and that sense of belonging to something that's a lot bigger than just the local town where you live. Especially, you know, I grew up in the country, not massively in the country, but it was in the countryside. And, you know, if you don't have access to things like the latest fitness classes or the latest events and all the kind of stuff
and
that
the healthy products.
Healthy products and the stuff that really is very much London-centric. I think social media is such an amazing way of being able to engage in that community without having to travel. You know, it could be miles and miles for you to get to London or your closest city. And I'm really empathetic to that, and I think that's why things like, you know, online videos or Ree's posts about nutrition, it's so great for you to be able to engage with that stuff, and not have to even, you know, leave your front door.
And if you are searching for options, even travelling or something, I mean, when I recently went away, I just thought I'd see who was in the local kind of area in Dubai that I was visiting. And there are people out there that are willing to give you food advice, where to go, where to eat in Dubai. So around the world, we've got a community that's worldwide.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Number
Three.
We just done that one.
Oh, we did, didn't we? Number 4, inspiration and ideas. This is something that I was saying to Alice as well this morning. We've had a lot of catching up time today. But if you're struggling, so for instance, if I want somewhere new to go out and have brunch or eat, or even something new to research or look into, or courses that are available, the internet's amazing. We're so blessed. There is so much out there, and people that offer the most amazing advice. I mean, in terms of eating out and restaurants and things, I see a picture and I think I have to go there.
Yeah, same.
Those poached eggs, and we went to the Good Life Eatery earlier for lunch, and I'd seen this frittata that Alice had the week before, and I was like, babe, we have to go there.
It's really
so if you are struggling for inspiration, especially with your evening meals, your breakfast, if you want a bit of advice or you don't know what to eat post-workout or on the go, then you'll find that inspiration.
But even like outside of the health and fitness bubble, it does exist, believe me.
Yeah, there's another
things
side.
like I follow loads of fashion people
Makeup.
that I get fashion, makeup, interiors. There's a whole world of inspiration out there.
Homework. Wow, that's
exactly.
amazing.
Like there's so much stuff out there that's just not, you know, in the health and fitness bubble. And I follow loads of, you know, fashion people, makeup people and interiors
and sports,
even just like inspirational women who for various reasons I like to follow. I just think it's such an amazing place to be able to get that and to be able to share in that and immerse yourself in that kind of content
and keep up to date with world events. I mean, how often social media, especially I find, again, I'm going to just say Twitter on here, I'm not the biggest political kind of advocate. However, there is a lot of information that's more easy to digest. So I'm not one to read the paper with all the political information. However, I will see a tweet from Piers Morgan saying something about politics and I'll tune into it. Oh, we can hear ourselves.
We can hear ourselves. I was trying to look at the questions, but I couldn't.
Because we want to talk to you at the same time, but we don't think that kind of works. But check it for politics and things, and you never know, extra little things.
Number 5, and our final reason why how and why to use social media, I think it is excellent for businesses. It's an amazing platform to launch a business, to expand a business, or to just generally kind of improve on their customer relations, basically.
Because if you're not financially blessed, you've got a platform where you can access people without having to pay to access them.
Exactly. So I think I personally love brands that have amazing social media, and I think it's a massive selling point. So for me, if a brand gets in touch and they've got really great social media, if their content is well thought through, if it's nicely laid out, you know, for various reasons, I might really like it. It's a massive selling point to that brand, and I will moreover engage with a brand who's got great social media over one that, you know, gone are the days when you'd see a brand and you wouldn't be able to find them. Every single brand now should be able to have a social media platform, and I think it's such an amazing tool to be able to engage with an audience of people that you wouldn't necessarily come into contact with your brand.
It's incredible. I mean, I owe my nutrition business effectively a degree of it to social media, because I didn't have the finances to put it. I had to do it all myself, and then suddenly you have this platform where I can get through to you guys.
Yeah, it's amazing, and me too. You know, I get the majority of my business comes through social media and through people contacting me through social media, and I think it's a wonderful tool. And here comes a cheeky plug, but I'm just going to say it. I am taking part in I'm giving a seminar on social media. It's kind of a seminar on social media basically, and how to use it for businesses specifically, but it can be for individuals, and I'm doing that with London Muscle, so I will post some information about that below. But if you have any questions about what or when that is, drop it below and I will let you know. So that's we've done it for a couple of months now. We've done about 3 or 4 of them now, and they're really successful. We've had people come to the courses who are bathroom fitters, who are dentists, who are we've had so many different like, it's not just for people. I think people think it's for people in health and fitness. It's
there's
not.
A bigger world.
There's a whole bigger world, and it's for anyone who wants to run a business and use social media to their advantage. So if you are interested in coming to that, then please do let me know.
Do you know the most bizarre business, which is actually a really successful one? I don't know why I'm saying this, but I am. Is Dr. Pimple Popper. It's the worst thing ever. There is an actual business out there for pimple popping. It's horrendous if you look it up. But how successful
that
is
sounds
this crazy Instagram account?
That sounds gross.
But she's done so well. So anything you want to do, you can do it.
Basically. Exactly. Okay, we're going to summarise our Facebook Live by saying a couple of people that we really love to follow. Now, this is by no means an exhaustive list.
There's so many.
This is literally just, we wanted to pick out a couple of people out of a whole range of people that we love to follow. So I'm sure we've missed off a couple of people, and that's just because we did it quickly. And you guys know
There are so many people out there that we'd love to list.
But we've just picked a few that we think especially stand out. So
okay, I'll do the first. So the first one is the wonderful Shona Virtue.
#GirlBabe.
Yes, exactly. And her name is just Shona Virtue. She's incredible.
She posts fitness. She does a lot of yoga and meditation.
She's just very zen. If you need to be brought back home and to focus in yourself and your mind, and she also plays classical music every morning. If you ever follow her, and she films the sky if it's a good day in London.
She's amazing.
She uplifts you.
She is amazing.
Uplifting. Go to Shona Virtue.
Should I do mine?
Yes.
Mine is my, so I don't know if you saw on Twitter, but I've recently started working with a guy called Luke Worthington. He is at Luke W Training. He is my new personal trainer. So I find it really important that trainers should have trainers, because I find it really difficult to personally, as much as I have all the knowledge and I know I would know how to write myself a program, I find it really difficult sometimes to train myself. And I've honestly had the had the blessing of being able to work. Oh my god, I couldn't get that out there.
No, we got it there.
I've had the opportunity to be able to work with Luke, someone that I've admired for so long, and the work that he does. And he is an amazing trainer. And I had my first session with him yesterday.
Look good.
But if you are interested in training smart, which is my favourite saying of the moment, I would definitely give Luke a follow, because he is amazing, a really knowledgeable guy, and so he's Luke W Training.
There you go. My next one is going to be the lovely Megan, who is at the Gut Health Doctor. She is incredible. She's a dietitian, and she does a lot of work specialising in gut health, looking at the microbiome. She's looking at the new research out there of probiotics, and she is working at King's College, and we're actually doing a little collaboration now in private healthcare as well, with referrals.
But the reason why I love Megan is because she makes difficult information accessible to everyone. So things like research papers and really complex information that comes in big tomes of research. She's able to break it down into accessible and digestible chunks for the average person to be able to understand, and I think she's amazing for that.
Yes, definitely follow her.
My next person is someone that you probably all know. It is my mobility friend and brother of mobility love, Ollie Frost PT.
He sounds so cool.
He's so awesome. Ollie is a legend, and we're both really passionate about mobility. He has taught me so much. Ollie's done the FRC course, which is the Functional Range Conditioning course, which is something that I really want to do, but it's an amazing course which is about mobility. He's also got a gymnastics background. Ollie is an ex-break dancer and rugby player. Like, he has the most amazing background. And
rugby player and break dancer.
Yeah, he's honestly he's the most amazing background, and he's a really, really cool person. His content is really informative about mobility, if that's something that you're passionate about. So he is at Ollie Frost PT.
Awesome. Okay, so if you need someone to inspire you, the motivational, the wonderful speaker, I'm the
drum roll,
Sophie. I met this woman last Wednesday at an event to inspire women, organised by my friends Tessa and Becky, who also inspire me, but her tag is I am Sophie Leah. She is incredible. We spoke about body image, self-confidence, making sure that we support each other, and we really focus on what makes us feel us. One thing she said last Wednesday is, what's your story? Because everybody out there has an individual story that drives them, that motivates them. So she is a motivator. She's good.
I love that. I love that.
Getting into it.
My next one is Evolve 353. That's where I do most of my training videos at the moment. David at Evolve has taken me under his arm and has been an amazing help with me in just like finding my passion again. I think without telling you a sob story, like after I finished on the show, I found it quite difficult to find my vibe, find my way of doing things, and to find my buzz for training again. It left a massive hole in my life, and I needed to refill that with something. Because when I was on the show, that was an uplift. Yeah, that was my adrenaline rush every day. I was performing in a show every single day and getting standing ovations and all those sorts of things, and that left a big hole in my life when that was gone. So training has been that amazing way of being able to find something that I love doing every day. Well, not every day actually, but when I train. And David's helped me to find the love for that. So they are Evolve353, and they're also, without sounding really cringy, they're just like really good mates now. And that's why I wanted to mention them, because they've been so good to me in many, many ways.
It looks like a good studio.
And they're both really, really good friends now, and I'm honoured to call them friends. And they're really good eggs. Good eggs in life.
We like good eggs.
Good eggs are good. And then this is someone that both Rhea and I love, and we're literally going to call her
the big sister.
The social media's big sister, because everyone needs one of those, and she is ours.
She's incredible. She is
Kat Method, the most amazing person. She is just a light. I've talked about doing her yoga videos before. I follow her YouTube channel quite closely.
It's amazing.
She posts like at-home yoga videos that you can do in the comfort of your own home.
She's very inspiring. It's almost when she's talking to you, you really feel she's in the room with you.
She's awesome. She's lovely. She's not trying to be anything that she's not. She's very real.
All the people we've listed are very real. I think that's why we essentially chose everyone on our list, because they are just who they are, doing what they do. They're doing things to help people. Like Alice and I want to help. That's why we love what we do. Because we help people.
It gives you that buzz,
and that's what social media has lost. I think that's why we wanted to do this, because we want to help.
Yeah,
that was it.
So that is our roundup, and obviously, like I said, this is a disclaimer. There are so many other people that we love following, and that is just a very small selection that we decided to pick out for you guys. If you want any of their tags, we will comment it below so that you can follow them. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the end of our Facebook Live. But we enjoyed it, and we hope you did too.
And we're going to do one more next time, and we're going to discuss the triangle of health. So psychology, fitness and nutrition. So it's what we see as the triangle of health, and what we interact with on a daily basis, as with each other, and we converse on a daily basis about that, and about the importance of not neglecting any aspect of the triangle of health. Exactly, the support network. So we will see you again next time. Thank you so much. Bye. Have a happy Sunday. It's Saturday.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anyway,
we've got like a whole day.